Demographics at last general election, reasons, persuasions, exit routes and percentages. In the 2024 UK general election, Labour secured a landslide victory with 411 seats, but did so on just 33.7% of the popular vote, the lowest share ever for a majority government. Since then, the party has faced a honeymoon period that ended abruptly in late 2024 and throughout 2025, leading to significant demographic shifts in support. 1. 2024 voter demographics and political persuasion. The 2024 Labour voter base was a broad but shallow coalition. While they won across most demographics, their core support was concentrated in specific areas. Age. Labour dominated among voters under 65, peaking with 47% of 25 to 34-year-olds. The crossover age, where a person is more likely to vote Conservative than Labour, rose to 64. Education, a major dividing line. Labour won 42% of graduates compared to only 18% for the Conservatives. Social class. In a historic shift, the traditional working class, C2DE, skilled, manual and semi-skilled manual, unskilled and pensioners, link weakened. Labour actually did better among ABC1, upper middle and lower middle classes professionals, 36%, than C2DE voters, 33%. Persuasion. Ideologically, the coalition was a mix of urban progressives, left-wing socially liberal, and soft-left liberals, centrist or reformist. However, they also attracted a double anti-incumbency vote, centrist and right-leaning voters who simply wanted the Conservatives out. 2. Key voting issues. Why Labour? Voters chose Labour primarily as a vehicle for change rather than out of deep ideological loyalty. Voters chose Labour over Reform for economic stability and NHS recovery, whereas Reform voters prioritised immigration and anti-woke sentiment. Labour was seen as competent compared to the chaos of the previous 14 years. Cost of living was the #1 motivator. Labour attracted tactical voters who wanted to ensure a Tory defeat, despite the Greens being more popular on climate and Gaza. 3. Current shifting demographics, 2025 to 2026. Recent polling from late 2025 shows a significant defection phase. Labour's support has fallen from its 34% election high to roughly 18 to 20% in some recent polls. Who is leaving? Defectors are disproportionately women, 57% of those leaving, people without degrees, 41%, and those in working-class households. The gender gap. While women were a pillar of the 2024 win, they are now the most likely to say they don't know who they would vote for or have moved to the Greens. 4. Why are people leaving? The reasons for exit vary wildly depending on where the voter is going. To the Greens, left, progressive, 48% say Labour is too right-wing. Key issues include the stance on the conflict in Gaza, lack of action on climate change, and the retention of certain benefit caps, for example, the two-child limit. To Reform UK, right, populist, 62% cite immigration as the main reason. These voters often feel Labour has made no difference to their daily lives and are angry over the winter fuel payment cuts for pensioners. General disillusionment, broken promises, and the feeling that nothing has improved with the NHS or the cost of living are universal complaints across all defector groups. 5. Where have they gone? Exiting member stats. The Green Party is currently the primary beneficiary of the Labour exodus in terms of percentage growth. The following stats are in this order: destination party, percentage of 2024 Labour voters, profile of switcher. Green Party, 15 to 18%, young, urban, university-educated, left-wing. Reform UK, 10 to 12%, older, C2DE, Leave voters, concerned with immigration. Lib Dems, 9 to 11%, Southern England, professional, centrist. Don't know, stay home, 20 to 25%, primarily women and disillusioned working-class voters. What it looks like from the stats alone, a more left-centrist approach would have prevented a good proportion of the 29% leaving, or even grown it. Instead, we're fighting reform for 10 to 12%, which doesn't make sense. It would have also been what people expected from a Labour government. Labour taking on right-wing policies is like the Greens trying to pretend they are the Conservatives overnight. They would lose their voter base and look false. It would be an untrusted brand.